Arsenal have a huge test coming up this Sunday against Liverpool in the Premier League at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal won, of course, 1-0 last night against Shakhtar Donetsk in a game that was extremely strange. Arsenal had a number of chances to bury Shakhtar. Of course, Trossard missing the penalty. Not entirely sure why Kai Havertz wasn't on that. And, of course, Gabriel Jesus had a big chance. Now, if Arsenal come out of that game winning 3-0, we probably wouldn't be making this video right now. The Liverpool game is an absolutely huge game in the title race. And I don't want to say that after 9 games, Arsenal could be out of the title race. But if Liverpool come away with the 3 points, they would be 7 points clear already after 9 games. 7 points clear. And of course, Manchester City, if they win at the weekend, they would be a few points clear of Arsenal as well. It's an absolutely massive game. Make sure you go down, drop a like if you haven't already. We are closing in on 30,000 subscribers. 79% of everyone who's watched the channel in the last 14 days is not subscribed. So make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button. Now, I want to bring up some quotes from last night's game from Mikel Arteta when he was asked about the injury concerns to his players. And the first one was Bukayo Saka. Mikel Arteta on if Bukayo Saka will be ready to face Liverpool on Sunday. I don't know. He wasn't able to train yet, so that's unlikely. That was last night. Now, of course, an absolute massive game. It really is. You look at Bukayo Saka and his influence for Arsenal, he will be a huge miss. Now, without our Odegaard as well and Saka, that is majority of the creative source in that Arsenal team is essentially, it's gone. Now, I look at last night's game, and on another day, they win that game 3 or 4-0. If they have Saka and Odegaard, I think they completely blitz them. But Liverpool will be going into that game with a fully fit squad. With a fully fit squad that are firing on all cylinders, that have won 10 of their last 11 games. And genuinely, at this moment in time, look really good. Now, one player that will be a big miss to Arsenal is, of course, this man right here, Ricardo Calafiori. As you can see, that does not look pretty. Doing the splits, going over on his right ankle, going down, holding his right ankle. Arteta was also asked last night on Calafiori. Ricky felt something. He could not continue playing, so that's a bit of a worry. Despite all of these things that have been said with regards to Calafiori's injury, potentially no Bukayo Saka, despite all of this, and this is what I can't necessarily get round my head. Now, we know Mikel Arteta is notorious for keeping his cards close to his chest. He's a manager that is now talking about the dark arts quite religiously. This is what he said after yesterday's game. Believe me, on Sunday, we will be flying. Now, if you've got no Martin Odegaard, no Saliba, no Bukayo Saka, potentially no Timber or Calafiori, for Arsenal to win that game would arguably be one of the biggest results in Mikel Arteta's Premier League career. 5 key injuries. 5-time Booker T key injuries. Believe me, on Sunday, versus Liverpool, we will be flying. That is, he's saying that with some chest. So, I don't know whether he's saying to the cameras, to the media, to the press, to Sky Sports, etc., Amazon, that, you know, we will be flying. I don't know if he's essentially meaning that he thinks Bukayo Saka will be back, potentially fully fit. It's honestly a huge game. Liverpool, of course, play tonight against Leipzig. Now, the Arsenal team that played last night was predominantly a 4-4-2. And I think this Arsenal side, as you can see right here, I think has enough quality to comfortably beat Shakhtar Donetsk, but it was a strange game. They have to play better if they want to beat Arsenal, if they want to beat Liverpool. They have to play better. You know, I don't know what their back four is going to be. I think it may be Zinchenko, Gabriel, Ben White, and if fit, Timber. If you look at their bench yesterday, obviously, Jorginho, Mikel Merino, Neto, a lot of academy players on this bench. A hell of a lot of academy players. It goes down as well where you can see the likes of Wanyeri. In terms of centre-back options, you've got Kivior there. And that is pretty much it. They're up absolute bare bones from these injuries. Liverpool, I imagine, will have some level of rotation tonight. As you'd expect, Liverpool to go out there and, comfortably dispatch Leipzig. I know Leipzig are a very good side. They're doing really well in the Bundesliga. But Liverpool have got more than enough quality. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it looks like Arsenal are... I think they're going to adopt the 4-4-2 again. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but are they favourites at the Emirates? Do Liverpool go into this game as favourites? That's 5 massive injuries. Their back four may have to be Kivior at left back or Zinchenko. You may have to put Ben White at centre back alongside Gabriel because of Calafiori. I will be amazed if he plays on Sunday. And Arteta is already somewhat to a degree ruling out Bukayo Saka. So what sort of lineup do you guys are you guys going to expect? If Liverpool win tonight, it will give them huge confidence going into that game. Huge confidence. And the Premier League table as it stands, in terms of right now, it will be absolutely massive if they don't come away with 3 points, Arsenal. Absolutely massive, as you can see right there. 4 points already separated. That if City win, they would be 6 points clear of Arsenal. If Liverpool beat Arsenal, they would be 7 points clear. If Aston Villa and Brighton win, and of course Arsenal did face a defeat, they would be down to potentially as low as 6th if Chelsea beat Newcastle. Now, it's such fine margins because Arsenal could win and be 1 point away from Liverpool. I think if Arsenal are going to beat this Liverpool side, they have to step it up. They have to have a much better performance than what we saw last night. Much better. They've got to be, from the get-go, they have got to want to win that game. I'm not saying they didn't want to win yesterday, but I just feel like at times, Calafiori misplaced a couple of passes. They didn't look as together as we've seen in recent games. Their goal difference is pretty strong as well. If they were to beat Liverpool by a couple of goals, you'd imagine get that goal difference down to nearly even with Liverpool if they get the right result. But Manchester City will be licking their lips to this weekend, hoping that Manchester City would probably be hoping of a draw, because they would then go 2 points clear. Honestly, it's a huge test. And you look at the fixtures they've got coming up. If Calafiori is out for, let's say, 3 to 5 games, Liverpool, Preston, Newcastle, Inter Milan, Chelsea. Let's get a better view on that. Sorry, 1 second. Let's just quickly get a better view on that. I look at the games. If Bukayo Saka has a bit of a longer term injury, Liverpool, Newcastle, and Chelsea are their next 3 Premier League games. This period right here: Liverpool, Preston, Newcastle, Inter Milan, and Chelsea, all before the November international break. I don't want to say it could be make or break, but it could be. Newcastle United away is not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. I know, of course, Brighton have just won there, but it's not an easy game. Inter Milan away, just 4 days after Newcastle away, is going to be the ultimate test. If Arsenal can come out of that game with 3 points, that is enough to qualify them, in my opinion, to the next round of the Champions League. But every game now is 3 points. They need 3 points every single game. that there is such fine margins when it comes down to winning a Premier League. We've seen it the last couple of seasons where the Premier League has been decided on sometimes 1, sometimes 2 points, even before Manchester City have won the Premier League on goal difference. If they've got Martin Odegaard back for that Newcastle game, I think they will win. If they've got Odegaard, Saliba, and Saka fit for Newcastle and Inter Milan, I think they can go and get the right result. But this Liverpool game is absolutely huge, with potentially 5 injuries going up against the best team in the league at the moment that have only conceded 3 goals. I think it's going to be an absolute massive, massive task. I really, really do. And of course, this weekend, Manchester City, they've got, I would say, to a degree, a relatively comfortable fixture up against Southampton, in which I expect Manchester City to go and score 4 or 5 goals. So they'll be the ones that will be, really, really happy about that. They can rotate heavily tonight. They've got Sparta Prague. They could probably make 5, 6, 7 changes, go out and beat them. The only ones that I do think will start out of the players that started, I think John Stones will be there. I think Haaland will be there. But this result against Sparta Prague will be 3 points, and then they'll beat Southampton. Then Manchester City have got a bit of a tougher test when it comes up against Spurs away in the Cup. But they'll be looking at this right now, City, and they'll be thinking, right, here we go, it's our time to shine. Arsenal have to beat Liverpool. If they don't beat Liverpool, that's massive. That's absolutely massive for me if they don't beat Liverpool. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Make sure you are liking the content as well. When I look at this upcoming Premier League weekend, to be talking about 7 points clear after 9 games is stupid. It's such fine margins. If Man United win this weekend and Chelsea lose, Man United go above them. And Man United have been absolutely stinky. I think Chelsea will beat Newcastle this weekend. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think they'll come away there with a comfortable performance. City have got a tough run of games as well. They've got Sporting away. Victor Gyökeres is absolutely on fire right now. Brighton away is not an easy game either. They're doing really well. They've got Spurs twice in there, Liverpool. So Arsenal will have their opportunity to potentially be happy about the fixtures. But right now, you have to be somewhat, to a degree, if you're an Arsenal fan, a little bit concerned about this weekend. Of course, it could all change. Liverpool could get a big injury tonight. Obviously, I don't wish an injury on any player, but if they get a big injury tonight, it'll open it up massively. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you have subscribed. Make sure you have liked the channel, and I will see you all soon. Thank you for watching. I am out.